I was at the magistrate court last week, specifically the family court, and I had an interesting experience. Hi there, my name is Yomi Nakobero. I call myself a lighthouse and a light giver. So what was my experience all about? So I stepped into the magistrate court, somewhere in Lagos State, Nigeria, specifically the family court. And I just wanted to observe proceedings. And the first shock for me was seeing so many children. And I was just so amazed as to how many children were there, And I spoke to one of the officials and I was like, why are there so many children in court today? And he was like, oh, it's holiday period. So, for the matters coming up that they have to talk about different issues that pertain to the children and where the magistrate wants to actually speak to the kids, this is the time when they do it. And I was like, right, I get you. And so I sat in court. So because the magistrate was attending to the children that was going on in her chambers. So we were all sitting in court waiting. And this took about 2.5 hours. So I got to the court at about 9:30. The magistrate didn't come to sit till about 3 hours, till about 12:30 to 1. And so she finally sits. And I was hoping to hear a full case, like a full divorce proceeding case or a full custody case or something, just, get an experience on some of the proceedings that usually go on in the family court. But lo and behold, about the first 10 cases, and guys, I'm not exaggerating, about the first 10 cases that were called were either struck out or adjourned. And I had to ask the lawyer sitting next to me, I'm like, what's going on? Why are all these cases being struck out or why are they being adjourned? And eventually I just began to ask myself, so how exactly should clients choose their lawyers? And that's the reason why I'm recording this video. And this is not to, put anybody down. This is not to, say that, I'm not mentioning any names here. Anyway, I don't even know any of the people who came to court that day. But for me, it's just about, doing our due diligence as clients, when, just like if you want to buy something that is of value, you do your research, you ask questions, you most likely ask for a referral from someone who has maybe bought that item before to say, I want to get this, do you know where I can get it? And that should be the same thing with when we're choosing our lawyers for divorce cases, even if it's for family counseling. So for example, in my own practice, we usually start with counseling because I'm a counselor, but I'm also a family lawyer. I would usually start with counseling and then we'll find out that, okay, if, after some time, the partners are like, you know what, this counseling is not working. We just want to, file for divorce and let everybody go their separate ways. But I'm speaking to the clients today, when you want to choose your lawyer, when you want to choose who is going to represent you in court, please do your due diligence. Ask questions. Get to know your lawyer. Speak to your lawyer. In fact, there was a really funny case. There was one, lawyer who came there and his client, they had been there. I had seen that lady, the client there since morning when I got there. And the lawyer was also there. I had also seen him. But apparently, either they didn't know each other. Well, obviously they didn't know each other because they did not talk. So the client didn't know that was the lawyer until her case was called and the lawyer stood up. But I believe that the lawyer must have known that was his client. But they didn't talk. So talk to your lawyers before, they have to represent you in court. Ask questions. In my next video, I'm going to give a sort of like a breakdown of things that you need to ask your lawyers if they're representing you in court, so that you're a bit more confident that they can actually represent you well. But ask questions, ask for referrals, do your due diligence, research the lawyers or the law firm that wants to, represent you in court. And it might not necessarily be the number of cases that they've handled, but how well they've handled the cases that they have handled. And just ask questions as to how the proceedings will go. You want to be involved. You want to know what every step is going to be. What does this mean? If you go to court today, for example, and you hear something you don't understand, ask your lawyer. And if for any reason your lawyer is not able to give you an answer, or your lawyer is pushing you aside or telling you, no, don't worry about it, it's nothing, insist. And the reason I say this is because you want to have all the information. You don't want to be caught unawares. You don't want to, 3 months down the line, when this case has been going back and forth, you now hear that, oh, this is what this is, and yet you've been asking, but nobody explained it to you. So please ask questions. Insist. Like I said in my next video, I'm going to give a checklist, that you should have on the things that you should ask the lawyer. But I just wanted to share this experience, with you guys, and to say that, when you're choosing your lawyers for your divorce cases, for welfare cases with your children, for custody matters, even for counseling, if it's in your marriage or premarital counseling, whatever it is, please do your due diligence. Ask questions, ask for referrals, and at least when you do all of that, you know that you've done all you need to do to get the best result at the end of the day. Thank you for watching. I love you. So have you subscribed to this channel? Please do. I will really appreciate it, so that every time the video drops, you're the first to get the notification. Like this video, and please share me with other people. We're here to give information, give inspirational information, as well as transformational information, things that will help you become better persons. So please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share me with others. Thank you.